private residence, pool house addition, concrete construction, finish carpentry, water feature, SECO construction.
2020 was a challenging year for all of us, and this project was no exception. This pool house was constructed in the place of a former sport court. The existing surface was removed and hauled away, and the site needed to be excavated up to 12 feet to allow for the new pool. Unfortunately, some solid gyp kept that from being an easy process. The excavation that should have taken 3 days instead took 3 weeks and involved a rock saw cutting swaths of the gyp 3 feet deep and 6 inches at a time so that they could be chipped out and removed. Once the excavation was complete, the fun could begin. For being a relatively straightforward floor plan, the pool house addition had a complex foundation, including an 8-foot wall on the south elevation. The entire south and west concrete walls form not only the building foundation, but also a retaining wall for the earth behind it. The west wall steps and tapers down from 8 feet all the way to 2 feet in elevation. Additionally, the foundation had to drop below a 16-foot wide bifold multi-panel stacking entry door. Once the foundation was in place, SECO's personnel got to work on pouring the colored and stamped patios and interior floor. The owner desired a floor finish that looked both natural and beautiful. They selected doeskin integral color with a charcoal release, with 6-inch random wood planks in the field of the pool house and a textured stone highlight around the pool. Some of the complicating factors for these pours were the number of things embedded in the floor, including a channel drain around the pool cover track, several power risers, floor drains, and plumbing stub-ups. Some of the linear track and drains had to pass through the curvature of the stamped concrete, further complicating the forming and concrete placement. All the interior floors were poured within the confines of the foundation walls, which made randomizing the stamp pattern and getting a stamp all the way to the edge even more difficult. The accent bands around the pool were poured and stamped while the pool was full of water, adding to the awkwardness. The pour could only be worked from one side. Once the structure was framed, sheetrocked, taped, and painted, SECO's craftsmen got to work on the interior woodwork, from the tongue-and-groove ceilings to the custom rough-sawn columns, beams, arches, and corbels on the outside, the custom back bar, arched casings, and custom water feature accent wall. SECO's craftsmen designed, fabricated, and installed beautiful woodwork throughout the project. The owner had a vision of a custom radiused water feature wall to be a centerpiece and conversation starter within their pool house. They presented their concept to SECO and allowed us the opportunity to brainstorm and build their vision. The water feature is 42 feet long, 4 feet high, and flows approximately 80 gallons per minute. The water is siphoned from one side of the pool and delivered to the water feature wall with a 1.5 horsepower variable speed pump through 2-inch flexible PVC that ties in at the center point behind the water feature to a 4-inch Schedule 40 reservoir pipe. That Schedule 40 reservoir pipe feeds 4 separate 2-inch branches that distribute evenly to the radius pipe tucked behind the wood slats out of sight. The water trickles down through 3 30-second holes at 3/4 inch on center, creating a rainfall effect in front of a glass mosaic that is highlighted by a LED accent light. Special thanks to Zane and Trinidad Brink for allowing us the opportunity to work on such an interesting project, and thank you to Jessica Bergeline and Brad Burns with Chamberlain Architects for being such great partners as we work through the design and construction of this fantastic project.
Master Craftsmen Superintendents Darren Britton and Dale Grimm. Craftsmen Justin Yellowboy, Trace Britton, Tyler Solano, Bryce Arnold, Paul Stevens, Dave Crosswhite, and Chris Schrock. Help us congratulate the craftsmen from SECO Construction.